Welcome everybody to another episode of We Inspired. I'm back in the kitchen with Latif. We're still in lockdown, so we thought what best we're going to be bringing you something special this evening. This is called a Momo. Go on, Latif.
Right, we're going to be doing a fantastic dish. We've been trying a few recipes and been eating a few too many, to be honest with you. It was very popular as a street food. We're going to be doing a phenomenal recipe. You can cook it with the cooked meat as well as the raw meat. We're going to be cooking it with the raw meat with some onions, garlic, ginger, packed full of flavour, steam cooking it. If you watch till the end, you will see it will be absolutely mouth-watering. And we're also going to do a lovely chili gravy with this. So stay tuned, watch it all, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this wonderful little channel.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Here we are. We're going to be making the dough for the Momo. For those of you who don't know what a Momo is a dumpling, which you find in a lot of places, but this is going to be a special Momo.
How many grams of flour is in here?
So this is 200 grams of flour.
200 grams of flour, right?
So here we are. We're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of salt to this and 1 teaspoon of oil. This is just normal vegetable oil. Just give this a mix. Right. So we've got half a cup of water here. We don't use it all. We just give as required. So you just put a little bit at a time. So basically now this is done. You have to knead this for a while, for maybe a few minutes, until you get it looking like this. Check this out. Not too soft, not too hard. You poke it, it comes back out.
There you go. And then leave that to rest now. And then we're going to make the filling, right?
That's it.
Right, Maru's done the dough for the dumpling, and now I'm going to make the filling. We're using very good quality lamb mince, because lamb is nice and soft and succulent and juicy, and it's got a bit of fattiness. So when it's steam cooking inside the dumpling, it's going to release some lovely liquid and the fatness from the lamb, and it's going to be hugging onto that dumpling, and when you eat it, it's going to explode with flavors in your mouth. Oh, it's making my mouth water. Right, so I've got 250 grams of lamb mince over here, and what I'm going to do is add some salt firstly. So right, I'm using half a teaspoon of salt. You can use more or less, but we just want slight seasoning. We don't want too much seasoning because we're going to make some lovely chili gravies, and if you use soy sauce, it's very salty, so we do not want that. Right, the spices, we're going to use half a teaspoon of turmeric. It's going to give a lovely color and flavor. We're going to use half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder. This is optional, you don't have to, but nice curry powder. It's got a blend of everything there. It's going to be very nice. There you go. I'm not going to use any garam masala. I don't want it to be too much spice, but I want subtle flavors in there. Right, I'm going to add, this is about medium to small sized Thai bird's eye green chili. So 4 of them really chopped up finely, as you can see. So green chilies go in. And we're going to add, this is ginger, so 1 teaspoon of just finely chopped diced and ginger. You're gonna, when you bite into it, you're gonna have little bits coming in your mouth. It's gonna be gorgeous. And this is 1 teaspoon of garlic that goes in, handful of coriander. Wonderful. And lastly, the onions. Make sure you cut it nice and small, diced. If you got a chopper, you can put it into a chopper. We need a fair bit of onion because when it steam cooks, it always has that. It almost has that roasted flavor. Cooked and fried onion has one flavor. Steamed sort of onion has another flavor. This is very important. The onion is going to have a fantastic flavor, and if you follow it to how we're going to do it, it's going to be very flavorful. And now we're going to give it all a mix. Right, this was 1 onion, by the way. I may have forgotten to say that. So 1 medium-sized onion. Now let's give this a mix. Right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here, it had just a little bit of spices, so subtle flavors, but the nice flavors are going to be the onions, the coriander, the green chilies, and the salt. So I just want to show you this technique. You just squeeze it like that and get everything like that mixed together. So as I said, we're gonna have less salt in here because we're gonna be using a lovely gravy sauce. But if you're a person who is salt to taste, so if you need more salt, I would suggest 1 teaspoon, but we've used half a teaspoon and we think that's perfectly fine for this recipe. So there you go, lovely little mix. And let me show you the close-up. There you go. Wonderful, that's how you want it. So this is 4 tablespoons of just vegetable oil. Vegetable oil is nice and neutral, so it's not flavored with anything. It's a good, it's got a good burning point. This is cumin, 1 teaspoon of cumin. This is 1 teaspoon of ginger. That's 2 teaspoons of garlic. There you go, sizzling away. When it's golden like this, put the gas down to a lowest point, and then we're going to add some spices to this. So I've got my spice box. We're going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric, and we're going to add about half a teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of cumin, and half a teaspoon of curry powder. This is 1 teaspoon of tomato puree. Look at that redness from the tomato puree. This is absolutely perfect. And now, this is the scotch bonnet that we've cut a little earlier. This is going to build a fantastic spice to it. And this is 4 chopped tomatoes diced up small as possible. Now we can put the gas up because the tomatoes got a lot of moisture and it's going to create a fantastic pulp-like gravy. Right, I've added all the spices. Now I'm going to add a bit of salt. So 1 teaspoon of salt. You want a chili gravy sort of to be a bit salty because we're going to add tamarind and everything into this. So what this salt going to do is going to break away these tomatoes. All the natural liquid from the tomato is going to come out. It's going to be lovely, ready sort of gravy. Right, this has been cooking away, as you can see. It's been over 5 minutes. And this is some tamarind water. So I've got basically a pulp, the tamarind pulp, put it into boiling water and create this lovely tamarind. This is going to be our souring agent. So this is about a cup full of tamarind. If you don't have tamarind, you can squeeze 1 whole lemon for the souring agent. So this is going to build a lovely sour, spicy, tangy sort of flavor. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be using a good heaped teaspoon of sugar. This is going to bring out the spice from the chilies, and because we used a bit of tamarind in there, so it's quite soury. So this is going to be just get all those flavors together working. So I'll put the gas right down now. The chutney sort of gravy is ready. You can put a bit of water at this moment to loosen it up. Right, our tamarind, tomato, chili sort of gravy chutney is ready. That was a handful of coriander. Now that's ready.
So we're going to dust this now so that the dough doesn't stick to the board. I'm going to bring this dough
And pushing it out, yeah?
That's it, yeah.
As you can see from here, from the main dough itself, we cut it into 4 pieces, or 4 quarters. And from this quarter, we've got another 4. And you can make up to 6 from here, but we just created 4 to make life easy for you and us. And then now we're going to start rolling these. Right, we've got these rolled out. And now, Maruf, show us the next.
Here we are, people. So these don't have to be completely round because you're going to put them together. here we are. We're gonna get about a tablespoon of
The lamb mix.
the lamb mix. Put it in here. There's various ways you can put these together. This is one way, which is a dumpling. If you hold both of these ends, and it's as if you were just sort of folding around. Can you see what I'm doing there? And then you hold on to this, and then you keep bringing it back on yourself. Out, in. Can you see it's forming this effect? Out, in.
In, out, shake it all about.
So you keep doing this. You keep doing this. You can stretch it. If it's too much lamb, you put it in.
To make it look like a swirl, right?
Yeah, and then you keep turning it around. And as it's turning around, you're squeezing it so it's connecting. Can you see this? You don't need to put any water in this, people. And at the end, look, you can stretch it a little bit more. Put it in.
So you're pinching it, right?
Yeah, and then you squeeze and you turn. While you're squeezing, you turn. And it gives you that effect. Can you see that ripple effect?
Voila.
How's that?
Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. Go on, make the rest. Ladies and gentlemen, look at these. We kept it nice and simple. Maruf's done a fantastic job. We like it to keep it as simple as possible, and we found this nice and easy, and it looks quite pretty. So all the filling and the pastry is dumplings ready, and now we're gonna steam it. So we got a flat sort of colander, and all we're gonna do, we're gonna oil it. Go on, Maruf. The reason why we're oiling it, we don't want the dumplings to stick. Then we're gonna be stuck in a sticky situation. So there you go, lightly, oh look at the steam, steaming away. And Maruf is whacking the dumplings in. Go on, mate. One yummy, two yummy. There you go, lovely jubbly. That's doing a fantastic job there. You can see the steam. And now make sure you got a lid on to lock in all the steam. Fantastic. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a check. It's been good 20 minutes. Oh, voila, look at that. I know if all the meticulous people are wondering, there's one missing. We've actually checked it and we've eaten it and it seems all done. So we thought 20 minutes cooking time is fantastic. And now let's plate up. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Momos recipe, and we've cooked a fantastic chili gravy sauce as well and drizzled it with some lovely yogurt. Now, it seemed like a very simple recipe. We tried to simplify it for you because obviously it took us hard work to get it to this stage, but we made it nice and simple for you guys to do. The cooking time is about 20 minutes cooking time. The lamb takes about a good 12-15 minutes to get cooked anyway, so it's nice, succulent and juicy. And let me show you this wonderful dish. So the momos are cooked here. This is the lovely chili sauce. Look at the bits, it's fantastic. Now this is the momos. We've drizzled it with some yogurt because it's obviously spicy sauce and the yogurt just sort of mellows it down. Now let's have a look at the momo. As you can see, this is the momo. Look at that. Looks wonderful. And now let's cut it. And the meat, the juices from the meat should ooze out. So wonderful. There you go. And now I'll show you. As you can see, the juices from the meat is oozing out. Looks wonderful. And let's give it a taste. Let me get a bit of that chili gravy. Wow, let's give this a taste. Bismillah. Wow. Wow. Wonderful. That tart, sour, oh, spicy chili sauce. Down with some lovely cool Greek yogurt. Absolutely gorgeous. Very spicy, very flavoursome. And the main ingredient and the piece de resistance is the lamb. If you cook it like this, you're gonna have wonderful, juicy, succulent, tender lamb. It should taste exactly like lamb, and that's what it does. Very spicy, very flavoursome, wonderful recipe. I think Maruf, you need to taste this.
My turn. Here we go. Going to cut this open.
Let's see the inside, Maruf.
Look at that.
Wow. Juicy, steaming away. Wonderful.
Give this a try. Bismillah. Wow. This is wicked. Let me finish that. Sweet, sour, tangy, spicy, is bursting with flavors. You know what? You gotta try this at home. I'm telling you, until you try it, you won't know how it tastes. This is absolutely bursting with flavors. So this is fantastic. Guys, if you've liked this, make sure you hit that like button, share and subscribe, and tune in for some more fantastic videos. See you soon.